Good morning, students. I, Rasika Patil, your computer teacher, here is back with our new lesson. So today, instead of going for the previous lesson and doing your revisions for the same, I know you all have got bored by doing that, but today we are going to start with our new lesson. So instead of wasting much more time, we are going to start with our lesson. So let us begin for the same. Yes, students, now today we are going to start with our Visual Basic. So this is my screen for Visual Basic. Now, before we begin for each and everything, I would like to start what is a Visual Basic and what is the use of a Visual Basic. So Visual Basic is a popular programming language among beginners. So those who are the beginners, for them this is the very popular language. And now we are going to start with the same. So what is the use of a Visual Basic? So, so today's topic is nothing but Visual Basic. So what is a Visual Basic? So Visual Basic is a popular programming language among beginners. So those who are going to start with their language learning, so for them this is a very popular Visual Basic they are going to start, which is a very base for our learning. Now it provides a variety of tools to create user-friendly applications with graphic user interface. So what it does, we are having different tools here in this which we are going to create it. So those who are user friendly, so anyone can use those tools with graphical user interface. So with graphical interface we are going to use this tools. So that's the reason it is called as Visual Basic. The shortcut for Visual Basic is nothing but VB. So VB, what it does? VB creates event driven application which encourage higher user interaction through icons, menus, pointers, buttons, dialog boxes, etc. So these are nothing but our Visual Basics. Now what we are going to do, let us just start with our introduction to our Visual Basic 2008. So Visual Basic 2008 is one of the version of VB launched by Microsoft in 2008. So it was just launched by Microsoft in the year 2008. So 2008 is the almost similar to Visual Basic of 2005, but it has many new features in 2008. So Visual Basic 2008 is a fully fledged object oriented programming. So what is it? Visual Basic is a object oriented programming OOP language. So it has caught up with the other OOP language such as C++, Java, C hash, etc. So these all are the different languages present in our VB. So which language is used in VB? Object oriented programming. So now object oriented programming. Object oriented, by the name itself we can say that some object related programming is available on our VB. Now event driven programming. Now what is this event driven programming? So while using an application, a user performs actions such as pressing a key, clicking a mouse, selecting a checkbox or selecting a list items, etc. Such actions are known as events. So when what we are doing, when we are pressing the key, when we are selecting anything on our screen with the help of a mouse. Suppose this is my screen which I am selecting. I am moving it forward, backward. So this selection of a key or pressing of any key on the keyboard is nothing but your is called as an event. Such actions are called as an events. So understood students, what is event? Event means what? We are going to press any key from the keyboard or select any application on our computer with the help of mouse. That action is called as event. So what happens in event? In event driven programs, the statements are not executed in the sequence in which they are written. So what happens in event? The way we are writing it, in that way the sequence is not followed. So we can execute it in our own way. So just now, students, what I said, so whenever, suppose I am pressing a key in my keyboard, or if I am selecting any of the object on my screen, so that is nothing but a action done by me with the help of a keyboard and with the help of my mouse. So that is called as, that action is particularly called as the event. So what happens in event? So event driven programming. So this is an example of an event driven programming. So this is a welcome to KIPS IT quiz. Enter your name, enter your class, enter and exit. So the best computer book in India. So this is just an example I'm going to give you. So what happens here? I'm going to type a program in this event. But what happens? The sequence in which I have written the program, it is not executed in the same sequence. So I can choose any of the sequence. For example, in this given scenario, so this is my given scenario, what happens? The statements are not executed in sequence. Like how it is, now clicking the enter key. Suppose I am going to click the enter key. What happens? And exit key, these are the two keys which are present on my screen. Enter and exit. So when we click any of them, it executes the associated tasks, while the statements associated with the other button plays no role. So enter means what we are going to do? We are going to enter into our application. Exit means what? What is the meaning of exit? Exit means what? We are going to exit it from out from our programming. So these two applications are very different. So it depends on us which we are going to choose. So it is said that in event driven programs, we have the authority to choose our sequence. So any sequence can be chosen by us. Understood everyone? So this was an example given by us in our book, along with any example can be given. Suppose I am filling a form. Which form I am filling? The form which I have submitted to you. Suppose I am submitting your form and I am mentioning over there one question is mentioned. Tell me your gender. I'm asking your gender. And at the down, I'm mentioning two options are given there. Male, female. So these two genders are there. So you have the authority. If you are a boy, you will choose a male. If you are a girl, you will choose a female option. So the options are given to you. So you are the event programming. Program is written by me and you are going to execute in your sequence. Understood everyone? This is just a general example given by me. Now let us go for the next point of our lesson. Now we have to go for the VB program. So before we go for the VB program, we should know the modes of VB programs. A VB, that is a Visual Basic Program, has three modes. So what are they? The first one is design mode, run mode and break mode. So we'll go one by one if each program, mode, sorry not program, it's a mode. So design mode. So what is there in the design mode? So as the name suggests us, this is the state when we create objects, write logical statements for VB applications. In this mode, the programmist plays a very important role. So whose important role is there in the design mode? Programmers. So programmer means the person who is going to write the program is called as a programmer, and the steps which are written is called as the program. There are two different words. Program is different. Programmer is different. Suppose I am going to write the program. So I will be called as programmer, and the program which I am writing or the steps I am writing, that whole means that full steps are called as program. Okay, understood what is program and what is programmer? Now in design mode, what happens? So this is the state when we create objects, Design means what? Suppose I am a dress designer. Just imagine I'm a dress designer. What happens? I'm a dress designer. So I'm designing a dress by drawing a drawing in my on my cardboard, or I can say on my chart paper or in my notebook. I'm drawing a design. So I will be called as a designer, and the drawing which I'm making it on my paper is called as design. Okay, so where am I doing it? On that page. So that process, the designer making the design, is nothing but a design mode. So when I'm doing something on my paper is nothing but your design mode. Understood? What is the design mode? Now run mode. So this is the mode in which the statement written by a program are executed by the end users and the application performs the task for which it has been designed. Now run mode means what? Suppose I have made the design on my chart paper, and now I am giving this design to my given to my another person, so that he will stitch that dress for me. So the person who takes my design and stitches it, that time when he is starting stitching is nothing but your design mode. Sorry, run mode. The person is stitching now. So that is nothing but your run mode. Now our third mode is nothing but our break mode. So when an application generates error or does not give the desired result, we halt it execution for removing errors. Such a mode is called the break mode. Now what happens? The person to whom I gave the design, that person is stitching and he does a wrong stitch. Something went wrong. Suppose I asked him to make a button. That button he used it in a different button he used. But I requested him to use a which was looking a very beautiful, colorful button. I asked him to use it. But he used it a black and white button on my dress. So it was not fair, it wasn't suiting my dress. So what happened? I asked him to stop that and change those buttons. So that is nothing but your break mode. So I'm asking that person to wait and remake that dress or remove that button and add a new button which I wanted. So that is nothing but your break mode. Understood what is design mode, run mode and break mode. So these are the three modes in our VB programming. Students, one more thing I want to remind you that this is quite important lesson as per our today's situation. So as I am teaching you, please go through the each point of this lesson thoroughly, because if you are going to do career in the future in your computers, like if you want to become a computer engineer or if you want to do some career in your designing, which in which you are going to use this computers, laptop and the programming language. So this is the very basic thing where you have to start being serious about such kind of a things. So these basic things are there. So you just start on with this visual basic, so that whenever in future you are going to go for any higher classes, you can use these basic things for your learning. Okay, now let us go for the next part of our lesson. Now let us start with our starting Visual Basic. So Visual Basic 2008, suppose I want to start it. So how will I start that Visual Basic 2008? So for that, first of all, you all have to download Visual Basic from your online. So you are going to get that Visual Basic online. Please download it from your net. Just go to Google and search for the Visual Basic 2008 Express mode, because we are going to learn here Express edition. So please download that in your computers, so that as I'm teaching over here, you can just follow the same steps at your home. Okay. So as you download your Visual Basic in your computer, after downloading it, just run the program, install it properly in your computer. As you install it on your computer, run run it, and just go to your start and open your Visual Basic. So let us follow for the same way. So here is my Visual Basic which I have already opened. So this is my Visual Basic. So in this Visual Basic, this top is called as nothing but your title bar. These are file bars. This is our general settings. Okay. Now one by one we'll see for the same. So students, when I open my Visual Basic, this is the screen which will appear on my desktop. So what are the three things are there over here? I have three things like Visual Basic consists of few pans. So what are these pans? These pans are nothing but the recent program. So here this is a recent projects. Then getting started and VB expression, express headlines. So this is my express headlines. Headlines or news. Okay. Now what is there in recent project pan? So it displays the list of the project that have been created by you in the recent past. So what all things projects we have created in our Visual Basic, those all projects will be visible in this recent projects. Now getting started. So getting started, what it does, it provides some helpful tips to quickly develop the application. So here is my how to do the or how to develop the applications quickly is being mentioned in this getting started. And the next one is nothing but the VB Express headline pan. So what it does, it provides the latest online news. So this is my latest online news and releases and updates about 2000 and basic sorry Visual Basic 2008 Express edition. So here I will get the latest updation regarding my Visual Basic 2008. So these three are the main three pans present on my Visual Basic. Now whenever I want to go and create a new project, so how will I create my new project? So before starting for anything else in my Visual Basic, students, I would like to ask you first of all, just download your Visual Basic 2008 edition, Express edition in your computer or laptop. Online it is available. Go online and search it and download online. You will get everything online. Okay. So when I want to create my new project, what will I do? For creating a new project, just first go and click on File menu and click on New Project. So now in this New Project option, what will appear? A New Project dialog box will appear. So this is my New Project dialog box. So what all things are there in this New Project dialog box? So we have to choose the Windows Form application from the New Project dialog box. So this is my new project dialog box. From this I have to select this Windows and press on OK. So that means what? We have going to start with our programming, that is Windows application programming. So students, when I open the Windows Basic 2008, so this is my Visual Basic 2008 window. So what all things we can see here? This is my title bar. As usual, this is being called as a menu bar. This is my standard bar. This is nothing but our designer window. This designer window is also called as form window. What is it called as? Form window. These are all my tools. So it is called as toolbox. At the bottom we are going to get the errors. So it is called as error or task list window. At the right hand side you are going to find the properties of regarding all our projects. So this is called as the property window. Here we are going to get the solutions for the explorer window. So it is called as solution explorer. So this is nothing but our window, Visual Basic 2008 window. Okay, now what happens in title bar? So the title bar is present at the top of the window and displays the name of the currently open project. So this is going to show us the currently open project. Whereas menu bar contains many menu items and sub menus. So these are all menus, whereas it contains the sub menus in it. So these items gives us the access to various options which helps in developing the applications. Then you can say these are all toolbar. The toolbar consists of a small icons. So it is containing these small icons. So that gives us the access to frequently used menu items. So we can use frequently the icons, and then these icons act as a shortcut to the options available in the menu bar. So whatever the options are there in our menu bar, so those shortcuts are present in this toolbar. Now form window. What happens in form window? So form is an interface using which a user interacts with the application. So this is the place through which the user is going to interact with this application. Interact means communicate with the application. So what is the way? This form is the only way through which the user and the application are going to get connected to each other. A form contains many control elements such as label, text box and command buttons, etc. So using this controls, a user can enter data and give instructions to the application. So using this, we are going to give instructions to our application. Even the form window, what it does, it provides us a blank form where we can place various control as per our requirements. So as per our requirements, we are going to place our controls in this design view. Okay, now next was about property window. What is this property window? So property window are attributes that define the appearance and behavior of objects. So what is it? They are going to define our behavior of the object. Now forms have many properties such as name, font, color, border style, padding, size, text, etc. So these are all few examples of properties which the form already contains. Okay, then the property window is used to set the properties of the form and other controls placed on them. So whatever the controls are placed on this form, those all properties are present in this property window. Then solution explorer. The solution explorer is nothing but it displays a list of forms and other objects that constitutes the application. So what it is going to display? It displays the project and other applications which are present. So the list is organized in the form of a branching structure. So as you can see, the list is available in the form of a branches. Now to open any project, so we just have to go there and double click on that icon. So as we double click on that icon, the particular project is going to get opened. Now what is a toolbox? So as the name suggests, the toolbox, it consists of various controls such as command, button, text box and labels, etc. are present in this toolbox. So it also controls that, suppose if we want to draw or if you want to add any kind of a things into our forms, we are just going to use these tools from the toolbox and drag it and drop it into our forms. So this way we are going to add the tools. Okay, so these are the few things which we have learned today. So that's it for the day. So these were the things which we have learned today. I hope you all will download your Visual Basic in your computer and you will follow the steps whichever I have learned. Please go through the diagrams which I have shared on the screen and the labels of the window also. And that's it for the day. Have a good day ahead.